Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at auntiederek.com. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Thursday, August 6th. So, with me on the mic, let me introduce my fabulous co host. We are going to start off with my gorgeous moon. Hello, Boom.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning indeed. Next, we have my icy chili. Hello, love. Well, she might be away from the phone, which is okay. She'll be back when she can.
Oh
And next,
no, my mic was on mute. I'm sorry. Hey y'all.
no worries. And next, we have the incomparable Libra Queen. Hi, cutie.
Hey y'all.
Yo, cute sip. Hey, boo. And next, we have our favorite chaotic cup. Hey, cup.
Hello.
And also, let me get the image for my listeners. Shout out to my listeners who always hold it down in the chat as well. You know, I love y'all too. Y'all always keep the party going. Well, y'all, we got some good old tea to sip, so let's go ahead and jump right in.
Tea time.
Yes. Well, we're gonna start off with so America's favorite colorist, ASAP Rocky. He actually just did a an interview with Jason Lee. He revealed a lot of things in that interview. First things first, one of the first things he revealed I wanted to talk about is that his wife, you know, that bully from Barbados, well, she's actually going to be releasing new music, baby. She's in the studio right now. And you all should see, I've just shared here by way of people. ASAP Rocky says Rihanna is cooking new music in the studio right now. All right now. Well, let's get into it. So, Rihanna's long awaited musical comeback may finally be moving closer. According to ASAP Rocky, the 38-year-old superstar singer is back in the studio and working on new material, meaning the wait for her next album might actually be nearing its end. During an interview on The Jason Lee Show, posted Wednesday, August 5th, the rapper, who's 37, pushed back on the idea that he was the reason Rihanna has taken so much time away from releasing a full length project. Fans have long joked that her relationship with Rocky, their growing family, and her many business ventures were responsible for delaying new music. But the rapper said this is not the case. Nah, Rocky said when asked about the theory. She in the studio right now. Yeah, I said it. Sorry, babe. He continued, bro, she's working. She's cooking. No funny shit. Damn, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Rocky's accidental announcement may be the biggest update Rihanna's Navy has received in years. The singer's last proper studio album, Anti, arrived in 2016 and marked a major turning point in her career, spending 2 weeks at number one on the Billboard 200 and delivering hits including Work, Needed Me, and Love on the Brain. Since then, Rihanna has kept fans guessing about about when or if a follow up would arrive. While the Barbadian singer songwriter hasn't released a full length project in nearly a decade, she has hardly stepped away from the spotlight. In 2023, she made her long awaited return to the stage with the Super Bowl halftime show, delivering a career spanning performance featuring hits like We Found Love, Diamonds, Work, and Umbrella. The performance became an even bigger pop culture moment when she revealed she was pregnant with her second child with Rocky. Outside of music, Rihanna has expanded her influence through her Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty brands, while also entering a new chapter in her personal life as a mother. She and Rocky welcomed their first son, RZA, in 2022, followed by their second son, Riot, in 2023, and their daughter, Rocky, in 2025. While fans have been waiting for a new Rihanna album, she has continued to offer glimpses of her musical side. Her most recent release came in 2025 with Friend of Mine, a song featured on the Smurf soundtrack. Before that, she returned with Lift Me Up from Black Panther Wakanda Forever in 2022, earning an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Song. Rocky's comments also follow Rihanna's own recent hints that she has been making time for music again. Earlier this year, she shared a behind the scenes Daily in the Life video that included a stop at the studio, telling fans, I have to go to the studio after this, and I have to make a Mardi Gras costume for my son after the studio. Longest day ever. Rihanna has also reminded audiences that she can still command a stage. In July, she joined Jay-Z at his Yankee Stadium extra innings show, performing Run This Town and Bitch Better Have My Money. So her husband out here, honey, spilling tea. Talking about, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Sorry, babe. Mhm. Talk too damn much. That's the problem, and I love it. Thank you. I love when straight niggas when I tell y'all straight niggas be spilling the tea, I love it. So, yeah, Rihanna fans, Navy, y'all, she's making new music for y'all, and hopefully it'll be better than what she's been releasing in the past couple years. Because baby, when I tell you all those songs that she mentioned that she has done after the Anti, like those songs on "Lift Me Up" was I ain't gonna tell you no lie, I couldn't stand that shit. And they kept playing it on the radio. And then that song on the Smurfs, honey, I bet y'all can't even sing it right now. Don't even remember that shit. Don't nobody want it. But that's that on that. And also he spilled some more tea in that interview with Jason Lee, her colorist husband. He said that, he and Drake, you know, he feels that he that Drake is weird because he can't move on from his wife. I mean, he's right. He's right. But you all should see after share here by way of TMZ. ASAP Rocky addresses Drake diss, says it's weird he can't move on from Rihanna. Well, ASAP Rocky thinks it's really weird Drake still seemingly hung up on Rihanna, and he feels it's about time everyone just moves on with their lives. The rapper ripped Drake during an interview on the Jason Lee show, saying it's weird that he and Rihanna have moved on, but Drake, with whom Riri had an on again, off again relationship from 2009 to 2016, is still strung up on that shit, and it's bugged out to me. Rocky says it's especially intense because of smear campaigns on the internet, with fans running with their own narratives and then popping off from behind their keyboards. The two then get into Drake's line from a song on the album Iceman about how Rihanna didn't post at ASAP's album, and he waves it off all. He waves it all off as BS, pointing out Rihanna's not on the album, so she doesn't have to post it. Plus, ASAP says folks would give him grief if Rihanna posted about the album and then it did well. Imagine he'd be roasted for seemingly using his famous wife to move up the charts. As you know, ASAP has previously said his friendship with Drake is over. He even said last month he doesn't feel the need to patch up that particular relationship. Basically, ASAP's moving on from Drizzy, and he's hoping his fellow rapper can do the same. Mhm. He's actually absolutely right about everything he said. It is weird Drake can't move on, and if Rihanna would have posted that album, people would have been like, look at him using his wife's superstar status to push his shit. Don't nobody hear that nigga. So yeah, no, he's right. He's right to say that. We have a question. Is that the interview where he talked about Tyler the Creator? Mm. I don't know. If he did, I definitely didn't pay attention to that because I tend to not pay attention to that. So well, that is that on that about that America's favorite colorist and his wife, that bula from Barbados. Congrats. And honestly, to be completely fair, when it comes to Rihanna's music, I've even said here on the show before, I was a fan, especially that first album. Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing about no music of the sun. So, yeah. I,
Well, hold on, Auntie. I want to question two things. Okay, so why are we calling Rihanna his wife? Is that, I mean, is it common law? Is that what we're doing? Or,
I thought, didn't they get married?
I, th- I thought
okay.
I thought so.
No.
No,
Oh, my
when they
bad.
get married. I was like, well, when did that happen? And then also, we did have a conversation. Let's put it out there. You are a pop music whore. Let's just put it out there.
Well,
Let's just
yes.
say that. And so you couldn't get with Anti because it was not the pop vocals and songs that Rihanna normally gave you. So you was feeling a little way. Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Mhm. She can have that shit, honey. I'm sorry.
We got to the root of the problem.
Yes. The only song I like from Anti was literally "Kiss It Better." Everything else she could have kept. I didn't want to hear. No, I listened to it one time, and I will never forget that disappointment, y'all. It came out. I was working at Verizon at the time, working in New York and living in New Jersey. I was like, oh, so I had about an hour drive home. I was like, oh, let me put on this album, Rihanna's new album. Girl, that was the most disappointing drive home I have had in a while. I was so disappointed hearing that album. And then, like I said, everything that she released after that, I wasn't out. We can keep it. Especially that "Lift Me Up."
Now
I'm
you
like,
were right about that damn Smurf song or whatever them last two little songs that she threw out. That was just she was just throwing people a bone. I was like, she didn't even try. Just like she didn't try at that damn performance. She was scooting around the stage with Jay-Z. but um but yeah, Anti was a very good album. Like that was the one I could get into because it was too much pop, pop, pop for me in her early career. So I'm just saying, let's name a thing, Auntie. You're
yes,
biased.
I'm very biased, honey. And it's you know, in this her behavior just really like I feel like if she wasn't a bully, I probably would be a little bit more tolerant of music that I don't like from her. But I she can
I don't think she's. I mean, her younger days, yes. I feel like as she has gotten older, she's become more responsible with her time and how she does people. But early on, yeah, I think she was definitely acting like one of them pop girlies and very
oh,
catty.
and thank you so much. So Cup actually shared in the chat. So it was Jason Lee, a Jason Lee interview that he did, and where he talked about Tyler the Creator and his sexuality. It appears there's a clip. And I guess they asked. He asked the question: Is it whether Tyler the Creator is really gay or trolling? Oh, so let's see what a straight man has to say about this, honey. Let's see. Hmm.
Oh
Uh,
no, oh no.
I'm always excited to hear straight men's opinion on gay issues. But let's see what he has to say.
My brother is Tyler the Creator, Jason.
But is he really gay or trolling gay?
That's gay, man.
Is he?
I guess so. You play gay, look, you walk like a duck, quack like a duck. I never saw that do no gay shit, but they play gay all day.
I would date Tyler the Creator though. The only thing is,
Oh, y'all gotta chill now.
we would burn the internet down. Because he would do some weird shit and then I would go straight to Instagram.
I don't even want to picture y'all two. Just erase that.
Yeah, okay.
Yo,
okay.
we retract that.
Okay,
We're gonna edit that, you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I'm always excited to hear straight men's opinion about gay shit. And girl, get it out of here. I don't. That man is not gay, and he is cosplaying gayness, honey. Trust me. I've been in this life a long time. I know what it really looks like. Tyler Creator is not it. In fact, he's super homophobic, and he's trying. I feel like he's trying to get in spaces that he don't belong in. That shit is dangerous. No, I do not trust that man. His truth is really gay. Mm-mm. Well, that's that on that. Thank you for sharing. And what we got next, honey? Oh, Neo child. What do Neo and Chris Brown have in common other than being two problematic black singers? Both of them are being sued for dog attacks. And you should see I've just shared here by way of TMZ. Neo sued by delivery worker who claims his dog attacked her. Well, let's get into it. Neo's dog viciously attacked a woman who was just trying to drop off a package, at least according to a new lawsuit. The woman, Dominique Bridget, is suing Neo over an incident she claims took place on or about July 12, 2025 in Georgia. Dominique says she was lawfully delivering a package to Neo's residence when a dog on the property attacked her, causing serious injuries. She says the alleged dog attack resulted in severe bodily injury, pain, shock, and distress, and claims the attack has already cost her $9,039.50 in injury related medical treatment. Dominique says Neo is legally responsible for her injuries and is going after him for the medical expenses plus additional damages. As you know, one of Neo's contemporaries, Chris Brown, was recently sued over a dog attack and ended up losing a big case brought by a former housekeeper who took him to court. Breezy was hit with nearly $13 million in damages after Maria Avila, who included photos of her alleged injuries in the lawsuit, won her suit against him, and she recently filed to try to get her hands on some of the money he's making on his current tour with Usher. We've reached out to Neo. So far, no word back. Mm-mm. Well, you see, here go another story. I'm a lawsuit I'm about to follow, honey, because I'm definitely gonna see what it comes of this and see if she has a case. And yeah, she said she had to spend over $9,000 in medical expenses. So we'll go from there. And I'm sure the medical team has probably have records and photos of alleged attack, said alleged attack. So we'll go from there. To hell with a Neo. But that's that on that. What we got? I was about to say what we got now. I'm gonna tell y'all what we got next, honey. I know Jay-Z listening. Jay-Z and his team be listening to this show. I know he do. Honey, and tried to come for a bitch in one of his songs. And that song I can't stand, that Morning Dew song that he's now they got a remix out, honey. Let me share y'all this shit here from Entertainment Online or E Online, excuse me. But you see where it says here, Beyonce, Jay-Z clap back at trolls who hate them in first collab in 7 years. I don't hate neither of you. I actually adore both of you musically.
And
Anyway,
it's just Auntie. It is not the rest of us. It's just Auntie.
it is just Auntie Derek, and I am so happy to stand 10 toes down. But so this starts. Beyonce and Jay-Z are calling y'all haters corny. The Cuffed singer and Empire State of Mind rapper teamed up for their first collab in 7 years for a remix of Beyonce's Morning Dew Donk, released August 5th. The song takes a few swipes at the power couple's critics. If you ain't riding for the gang, shut the fuck up, Jay-Z rapped on the track, which samples the Isley Brothers' iconic song Between the Sheets. And before Beyonce echoed, shut the fuck up. Jay-Z continued, you know you love us, talking reckless on the set. They only hate us on the net. You niggas tweet a lot. All you do is tweet, pop it on the pods, but you ain't doing shit. And filtering out the noise is easy for Beyonce, who's 44, and Jay, who's 56. After all, the best way to block out the haters is by keeping their love on top. We just making love. We just getting rich, he added. Y'all keep doing that. We keep doing this. To close out his pointed verse, the music mogul, born Sean Carter, repeatedly rapped over a sample of Mo Bamba's by Sheck West. I caught a fuck nigga hating on my wrist. I caught a whole nigga hating on my bitch. Beyonce, who shares 14-year-old daughter Blue Ivy as well as 9-year-old twins Rumi and Sir with Jay-Z, surprised fans with the release of Morning Dew Donk on July 4th, making her first music drop in 2 years. The sultry track, written by Beyonce, Pharrell Williams, The Dream, and Darius Dixon, according to Parkwood Entertainment, commences a 60-day countdown to the Love on Top hitmaker's 45th birthday, which is September 4th, as well as the reissue of her 2006 album, B-Day. My favorite Beyonce album, by the way. But anyway, um, the single is a direct nod to her loyal beehive to commemorate the upcoming epic celebration of B-Day, the statement said. The song, which will be included on the 20th anniversary edition of B-Day, arrives accompanied by a lyric video that repurposes old footage directed by frequent collaborator Cliff Watts. And while the track's remix marks Jay-Z and Beyonce's first music collaboration in quite some time, they recently teamed up for an unforgettable performance at the 99 Problems Rappers July 10th concert in New York City. Indeed, Queen Bee had the Beehive buzzing as she joined her husband of 18 years during a rendition of Can't Knock the Hustle, which originally featured Mary J. Blige. Give it up for my baby, she said on stage. He's the man. Before exiting the stage, Beyonce proved that the couple's love is irreplaceable as she added, I love you so much. As fans remain hopeful for music from the pair, keep reading for a look back at Beyonce's best eras. And then they have a bunch of pictures, here, starting with the Destiny's Child days. So anyway, I caught that straight, motherfucker. He just mad because I said she always singing about sucking and fucking on that funny looking husband. Girl, don't nobody want to hear that. I said it and I said it damn again. Talking
Don't
about
be
you
a
want
hater all your
Okay,
life.
girl.
oh,
I
it don't
love
even get me
me.
started on your team member, honey, or your co-worker, Missy Desi. I'll talk about both of y'all asses. Don't play with me.
I love me some Jay-Z and
And
some
look,
Beyonce, but that
correct.
song could have kept it.
I haven't heard the remix yet, so I heard the Dunk song, and that's cute. It's cute.
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-mm.
mean, it's a little yin yang around the house. I mean, I ain't just gonna be,
I was not moved by it, period. And the
yeah.
remix, even less.
Oh yeah, I ain't even. Well, yeah. I mean, if it come on, I ain't opposed to it. It can play, yeah, but yeah, and we'll see. Again,
If it come on for me, girl, I'm like, oh, let me turn this radio down, honey. Oh, I don't want to hear this.
You know what? Shut up. Anyways, and I just, like I told Auntie earlier, I cannot, as much as I am a Jay-Z fan for many years, 20, was it? How many? 96? Oh shit, that's 30. Okay. Yeah, so anyways, we're not gonna talk about my age. Anyways, I can name a thing, and he could be wrong. I can think he's wrong and still love his music. Long as he has not done any criminal behavior that I don't agree with, or I can't get down with, we can get past it. But I can name a thing. The rest of y'all other people who can't call your favorite celebs out, and y'all out here acting like y'all brainwashed for no reason, y'all parasocial relationships is out through the roof weird. Y'all need some help. I'm gonna just say that.
Mm-hmm. Jay-Z gonna need some help if you come for me again, honey, on any song, motherfucker. Somebody, I caught that damn shade. Somebody, y'all talking reckless on the set. They only hate us on the net. You niggas tweet a lot. All you do is tweet,
He
pop it
wasn't.
on the pods, but you ain't doing
Hey,
shit.
he
You
wasn't
catching
talking
a
about
you
you.
catching a bullet that was for Dame is crazy.
Thank you. He wasn't talking about
You
you.
know, you're
Mm.
so you big on the radio.
I
You
I
big on the
feel like
podcast.
Auntie might have. I know Auntie's an Aries, but I feel like you might have a Leo placement the way you stepped in front of that. But
Hello,
you.
Might be right.
you big on Chatmosa. Listen,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Stepping in front of that bullet like that. Cut it out.
okay.
Mhm. Yeah, I would agree with y'all until he got to the part where we just making love, we just getting rich. Y'all keep doing that, we keep doing this. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. But we don't like the song. So, it's okay. You can't, look, you can't put out a hit every time you open your mouth. I swear. Because I love them both. I love Beyonce music, whatever. But that song was terrible. I just
And that
didn't.
song is from a whole different era. That song wasn't for the new era that is Beyonce and Jay-Z. The original Dong song, that's from something that was cut when she was first coming out. Like I think either before or after self-titled. So like she was a whole different person. She wasn't who she was as a vocalist, as a songwriter, as a producer, all the things. So like people trying to make it more than what it is, other than nostalgia for people for fans who been fans who really like that song when they heard it get unofficially released, leaked, quote unquote. That's what that was. And people trying to like, oh well, this is whatever. Like, bruh, either listen to the song or don't, and keep it moving. We do not need 1,000 think pieces. We do not need, 1,000 critiques, 1,000 this, 1,000. No, just let it go. Let it go. If you don't like the song, cool, move on. We don't need to hear that you don't like it.
Right.
Amen.
I
Amen.
was willing to let it go until she put it on my favorite. See, B-Day is my favorite B album, honey. She gonna put it as an extra track on her,
Listen,
anniversary edition.
and
Girl.
B Day's one of mine too. I keep that on rotation as of late. Before she announced that there's gonna be an update to it, I was in my bag. But just skip the song. I don't know what to tell you. Like it's gonna be on the album. I don't know what to tell you. Skip the song.
Right.
Like, oh, let me turn this
Hello.
down, honey. Oh, mm-mm.
Right, because
I
that
was really thinking
what it
that too. Like, okay, Skip.
okay, because what it actually, and depending on the streaming service that you're listening to it, you can, I think, block that album or take it off. But either way, or that song, that track. But either way, what T Pain said something about them streams only like 0.3%, 3 cents a stream, so you ain't gotta even stream it. You hate it that much, don't pay it dust. Don't even pay it lint. Don't even pay it 2 cents. three
That is
cents. Pay
great
it.
advice. And I'm going to take that great advice from our Libra Queen, honey. Angel. I don't even want this stuff, not even near my profile, my Spotify, Apple Music, none of it. Ugh.
But hey, listen, don't connect your devices, because if we say it in the show, it's gonna come up on the radio.
Mm-hmm. He know, honey. And then what he said about Twitter, because remember, honey, I was talking about his ass on Twitter. There's no way y'all could. I might be showing a little bit of main character syndrome at the moment, but I'm telling you,
Yes,
it's
you are.
really for. Because, honey,
Auntie, you
Correct.
are. I
Main
love
main
you,
cat.
and you
You
are
big on chat, but
influential.
listen,
But
you big on chat
but
most of.
there go
it's a lot of other people too, Auntie. It's a lot.
it was. But it's only a small group of us that was talking about them, his gentrification pattern and all that, honey. I was one of the ones sounding the alarm on Twitter, honey. They can't convince
Okay,
me.
you are a little baby Leo when it comes to Jay-Z and Rock Nation. You are a baby Leo.
Let me see, though. If I see another shot, I'm gonna bring up Ivanka and Jared, your friends.
Oh my God. What is it? What now? What is going on with you? What we might, you know what, Auntie, me and you may have to have an unofficial therapy session. We have to break down what is going on right here.
Girl,
What's
I'm an
going
Aries. I
on?
just saved us both some time and about $10,000.
Cause girl,
Right, cause got all this smoke for Jay,
oh my
but them
God.
50 pennies though, but them 50 pennies.
Well,
Yes.
it's funny you brought him up.
Oh no. Oh no.
Because we got a story about it.
We sure do. And it's a story we've
You
been
like to
talking about.
hear it? Here it go.
Yes, honey, for quite some time. We've been talking about this. Remember how his ass was kept fucking with his ex-wife, his ex, Shaniqua? Well, now, honey, this is actually something a little shit because they were expected to go to court over this next year. The judge said, run that back. We need to do this year. And you all should see, I just shared here by way of this all hip hop exclusive. 50 Cent's battle with X over $1 million life rights is ready for judge intervention. The judge want to step in, girl. So a newly filed court. Let me. Oh, sorry. 50 Cent's $1 million life right fight with Shaniqua Tompkins reaches a judge sooner than expected. A newly filed court calendar moves oral arguments from July 12th, 2027 to September 22nd, 2026 at 11 a.m. in Manhattan. Justice Robert Reed will consider G Unit's book's effort to dismiss Tompkins' defenses and counterclaims, not decide the entire lawsuit that morning. All Hip Hop first reported the case in July 2025 after Tompkins began sharing stories through her Instagram live series, The Unspoken. G Unit claims a 2007 contract gave the company exclusive rights to her life story for an $80,000 advance and promised royalties. The company accused Tompkins of wrecking those rights after she discussed 50 Cent, their son Marquise, and their relationship online. Tompkins alleged 50 Cent hit her while pregnant, then told a friend why she finally ended their relationship. The last straw for me was when he hit me in front of my daughter. And I said, as a mother, if I allow her to see him hit me and stay with him, what example am I setting for my daughter? And that was it, Tompkins said. Tompkins responded to the lawsuit by claiming she received only $35,000 and signed the agreement under pressure from 50 Cent's business circle. Another defense reaches back to 2005 when Tompkins says get rich or die trying paperwork triggered a confrontation at violators' offices. When he looked at it and saw that I signed Jane Doe, he grabbed me by the hair, dragged to the under end of the office, pushed me to the floor, and started choking me, telling me that he will hurt and embarrass me right there at the offices of Violator Records if I didn't sign, Tompkins alleged. His legal team says the story is false and belongs to a 2005 movie agreement, not the 2007 book deal before Reed. Although Tompkins' pleading contains false allegations that Jackson threatened to force or coerce her into signing a prior agreement, it is not the agreement that is at issue in this action, attorney Lisa Core wrote. The court's March ruling kept that fight alive by rejecting G Unit's request to prevail automatically and allowing Tompkins to respond. That man is a mother. So speaking of 50 pennies, that man is a motherfucker. I'm telling you, he is. Um, you see, little baby, we starting to understand fully every day why that ass was shot 9 times, and people probably working on doing it for a 10th. It's quiet as it's kept, but it's. Mm-mm. And I was over him, baby, when he tried the other lady who accused him of sexual assault. When he took her lawsuit and tried to bury it under his bankruptcy, which we talked about before. So yeah, trust me, honey. 50 pennies is this was a long time, infatuation with him that goes back all the way starting at 2002. But honey, trust me, I'm well aware that this man is a motherfucker. Do I love him? No, yeah, I'm gonna keep that to myself. But yes, that is that on that, honey. That was that story I had with 50 pennies, and the judge said, run this back. We're gonna decide on this in September and not January of next year. Well, left that on that. The next story we have, Stefan Diggs. So it looks like he did find a new team. It's reported. And you should see I just shared here by way of hot new hip hop. Stefan Diggs finds a new home in the NFL. So Stefan Diggs has had a rough few months. It all started when he lost the Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks, only to get dumped by Cardi B a few days later. Furthermore, the New England Patriots eventually let him go once the offseason started. He was subsequently subjected to an assault case of sorts filed by his former personal chef. In the end, Diggs was victorious in the case. However, he remains in a legal fight, this time against Christopher Blake Griffith. If you may remember, Griffith is currently looking to sue Diggs for defamation after the NFL star called him a liar for alleging sexual assault and harassment. Throughout all of this, Stefan Diggs has been looking for a new team. There is one franchise that has been near the top of the list when it comes to Diggs' options. The team in his hometown squad, the Washington Commanders. Today, he officially signed with them. And I think by today they meant yesterday. So August 5th is when this story was written. But the new deal with the Commanders isn't exactly super lucrative. Instead, it is a modest 1-year deal in which Diggs will be paid a total of $1.7 million. Considering he is reaching the tail end of his career, it only makes sense that his salary will go down considerably. Overall, Diggs just does not have the same step he used to have. During the Super Bowl, he was barely a factor against the Seahawks. Meanwhile, his off-field issues have certainly made it more difficult for teams to put all of their trust into him. Only time will tell whether or not Diggs can change the narrative and have himself a big year with the Commanders. All right, so he's going with the
Damn, he
Washington
ain't even
Commanders.
been in the league that goddamn long. Jesus. They talking like he has had a 15-year career or something. My God.
Mhm.
Ooh, buddy, you thought you was, I don't know. Stop. Y'all need to stop thinking y'all invincible. Because these people will humble you real quick. You know,
Yes, indeed.
one little off year and they're like, yeah, your career coming to an end. The only saying that is because all of that extra drama that he been having. Don't nobody want that.
hmm They saying that because it's a possibility he might be into men, honey. They don't want him in them locker rooms.
Well, that
Mhm.
too. But I mean, but more or less that whole all that legal drama and back and forth, these teams said, it's too much. We can't be having all that. So we'll see 1 million, 1 year. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, at least he got a deal because I didn't think he was gonna get nothing. But hey,
Somebody want him out there in Washington. Well, good luck. Don't it rain a lot out there? I don't know.
The Commanders are
baby,
here.
that's good. DC.
That's DC.
Oh shit. My bad.
Okay, the Seahawks is Washington State.
Okay, okay.
And don't, it's
Oh.
okay. It's okay. You're not versed in sports ball. We know.
I was like, no, I go right here all that often.
I know somebody, one of them sports fans is listening here talking about this stupid ass bitch. Y'all, I'm sorry.
We got it. We got him. We got him. Don't worry, y'all. He just reported. He don't know nothing about it. It's okay.
Okay. Well, speaking of stupid ass bitches, I'm Tory Lanez.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you all should see, I have just shared here by way of TMZ, Tory Lanez divorce dismissed while he remains in prison. So first of all, let's start with I didn't even know the
Divorce.
motherfucker was married.
I was just like, who the fuck is he married to?
This girl, what's her name? I'm probably gonna say it wrong, but it is Raina Shasan. I think that's how you say her name, Raina or Raina. We just gonna call her Raina today. But this
Now
story,
he married to try to get them papers.
the girl, okay, and but it's they not getting divorced anymore, and it's like, why would you? Oh, okay, well, listen, I like Queens to get them papers probably, but Tory Lanez and his wife are no longer getting divorced. because her case has been dismissed as he remains behind bars. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, a judge in Los Angeles dismissed the divorce case, noting there was a lack of movement in the case to bring it closer to a final judgment since it was first filed. TMZ told us all about it. Raina Chassan filed for divorce in June 2024 after almost a year of marriage, citing irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split. She asked for legal and physical custody of their son, Kai, which made sense considering the musician was and still is serving a 10-year sentence for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. As TMZ previously reported, Raina has taken Kai to visit Tori in prison and last year even wished him a happy Father's Day with some throwback pics of him and Kai. TMZ has reached out to Tori's team for comment. So far, no word back. So based on this story, it looks like it was just dismissed because she was pussyfooting on it. She filed and didn't do nothing with it and just let it sit. Girl. Anyway, let me get out of straight people business, honey. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, that's that on that, honey. We have more information about what happened with Sydney Starr. So remember the last time we talked about her, she denied the allegations against her. She said that they're completely and categorically false. Well, I have this story here from Hot New Hip Hop, and you all should say where it says Sydney Starr told police alleged victim said he was 18 years old. So let's get into it. An open condom reportedly fell from Sydney Starr's clothing while police searched her during her arrest at a Georgia hotel. The transgender Love and Hip Hop New York alum was arrested on August 2nd and charged with sexual battery against a child under 16, aggravated child molestation, and sodomy. Starr denied the allegations and previously said she intends to fight the charges through the legal system. She remains in the Fulton County Jail while the Fulton County District Attorney Office handles the case. Meanwhile, TMZ claims they have an update regarding Starr's arrest after reviewing police documents. The Hateville Police Department report contains Starr's claim that the male involved told her he was 18 before accompanying her to her room. Police were called to an embassy suites after a hotel employee reported an alleged sexual encounter involving a juvenile. Officers met with the minor and his parents before locating Starr inside the hotel. Starr reportedly told investigators that a tall, slender black male approached her in the lobby and said she was cute. According to her account, the two spoke briefly before she asked his age. Starr claimed he told her he was 18, and she said he later followed her back to her hotel room. The report states Starr acknowledged performing oral sex on the male, but described the encounter as consensual. Police identified him as a juvenile under the age of 16. Officers detained Starr and searched her clothing. An open condom reportedly fell out during the pat down, while police said they found another condom inside one of her pockets. Starr's friends, family, and foes have all come forward to comment on her shocking arrest. Starr has denied the allegations, stating that she will no longer speak publicly about the case. All right, so we have more information. So now we know something did happen between her and that other person. She is saying that the person told her that he was 18.
If you
So
have to ask,
listen, okay? If you have to ask. Girl. Well, y'all, that's that on that. What we got next, honey? Uh, mm, Michael B. Jordan. Mm, I mean, I guess this is a cute story, I guess. But you all should see I just shared here by way of TMZ. And it says Michael B. Jordan connects with viral granny who added his photo to family wall. Now, I have to say, so am I a jealous person? Maybe, sure. Because I know if my grandmother, right, was to have a picture of this celebrity on her wall next to my baby pictures and stuff like that, and they're trying to act like that's her grandson, I would absolutely feel away. But this happened with a grandma, and Michael B. Jordan caught wind of it and talked to her. So we're just gonna watch the clip about that. And
And I wanted to be clear that she didn't add it as if he was part of the family. You know, black people love to put, you know, big black people, big among the black community leaders and famous folks um in their house. So she has a picture of, if I remember correctly, because this happened a while ago. She has a picture of Obama. She has a picture of who else? I think MLK, and some other folks like that. She wasn't trying to add him in as like a family member. It's just on her wall. You
I was
know.
gonna say there was a bunch of pictures of the family as well.
Yeah, because based off of what I saw her, because we might be talking about two different people, because this woman absolutely said this is part of my grandson and was telling people that. And we have a clip. So let's see the clip and go from there.
Cup of joy, a family photo wall getting a Hollywood makeover. One Oklahoma family is going viral after a grandmother's sweet
2:44 p.m.
celebrities' attention. Mary's story never thought a magazine photo would create such a big moment for her family. She saw a picture of actor Michael B. Jordan and decided to frame it, adding him to her family photo wall as her grandson. Her grandchildren were so surprised by the new addition, they had to share their reaction online.
The video went viral in probably 24 hours. So by day 2, his team reached out and said, Michael has seen the video and we want you to know that he's seen the video. He will respond, but he is on a promo run in like London. But we want to send Granny something special.
That viral moment led to a personal connection between Mary and Michael. He sent her jewelry and called to thank her for including him in the family photos. Now Mary says she hopes her Hollywood grandson makes a special appearance at their next family reunion. All right, welcome to the family.
Grandma's just grabbing folks. I like you.
That's
You're
great.
in the family
Look
now.
at that FaceTime.
Oh, look at that connection.
FaceTiming Michael B. Jordan.
Fantastic. I want to see that Thanksgiving table now.
We be claiming people all the time. It's fine.
I will be highly offended. What do you mean?
No,
Hey, but he
she
gave
sent
her
some,
a David
he
Yerman.
sent her some jewelry, bitch. I know that's right.
I have to be his ass, honey. Yeah, bring him over here. Let him come over for Thanksgiving.
And then he gonna tell you, step up your game then.
Okay, yeah, you can step your pussy up, honey. This your girl. Step your pussy up. You know, I will have to beat his ass, honey. Do you hear me?
No, I would throw a little shade. I would throw a little shade at my grandparent and be like, and now mind you, he gonna be the one you call when your life alert not working. You know, you need a little care. You better call him, okay?
Right. Yeah, 'cause I
Don't drop
absolutely wouldn't
the
mind,
line.
like, if she was just having him up there, like, as, you know, as a big accomplishment, community leader that, no, baby, she said, that's my grandson. And putting her beside my damn graduation pic. I'm gonna have to beat, I can't cuss my grandma out, so I have to beat Michael's ass, honey. It's just fair. But no, yeah, and like you said, at least he sent her a gift and sent her and made her day with that FaceTime call. I'm sure it took her like 2, maybe 3 minutes out of his busy schedule to make that woman's lifetime. So
I know, and I know we really was coming at him as a colorist, and he probably is. I don't know, but I will say he is a black community guy, and he is very nice, especially to elders and stuff. He's very respectable. I'll give him that
yeah,
for sure. He's a good dude.
that actually happened. Also, my grandma, right before she retired, she was working at a retail store, and a lot of people there really, really liked her. There was one guy who I didn't particularly care for, who I went to school with, but he built a connection with my grandma. And then my grandma was like, "Yeah, he called me his grandma." I was like, that is not your grandson, and will never be. Absolutely not. Don't make me beat that big nigga ass.
So Durham, particularly.
I didn't particularly care for. You right. I had to take it back to Durham, because that is not your grandma, nigga, and will never be. You know who you are. Well, that is that on that. Girl, I'm really loving the Paul Pierce situation, because this is like some good old fashioned like baby mama, baby daddy drama. Because what just came out now, you all should see what I've just shared here by way of TMZ. NBA legend Paul Pierce's alleged text with ex-princess about newborn revealed. Because remember when she when the story first broke, we were talking about it back then. Like she said that he was pretty much ignoring her, and these texts actually prove that. So let's get into it. Paul Pierce's alleged text going back and forth with his ex Princess Santiago over their newborn child have been revealed as part of their ongoing case over custody and support. In new court docs obtained by TMZ, Princess attached a series of texts she says were sent between her and Paul. In one alleged text dated February 6th, Princess says, "I just wanted to let you know that your son is here. He was born today. If you'd like to see him tomorrow, let me know." Princess, who appears not to have received a response from Paul, says she sent another text to him on February 15, which reads, "I gave you so many chances to do the right thing and not have to go down this path. You're letting history repeat itself, acting just like your father. My son will not be ignored or treated like the black sheep." In another alleged text dated April 13, Paul wrote, "Just found out today, officially, that that's my son. So anyway, I can see him. No, excuse me. Just found out today, officially, that's my son. So anyway, I can at least see him." Princess responded, "Hello and congratulations, Paul, 99.99%. Anyway, you had the opportunity to take the test I paid for either before or after the birth. Instead, you chose not to and ignored my entire pregnancy with him. You prioritized love interests, vacations, other people, and things over your son." In the message, she told Paul she never kept him from their son before or after his birth, adding, "I do appreciate you beginning to step forward." On April 30, Princess wrote that she would no longer continuously ask Paul to step up as a father to their son. "If you want to be a father to him, cool. If not, I'm not going to beg you." In her filing, Princess scoffed at Paul, objecting to her request for $30,000 a month in support. Paul previously said he earns less income now that he's out of the NBA. Princess claimed Paul refused to turn over all of the relevant financial info to determine how much he had available for support payments. She said she is not able to work because she has to take care of their son. She said Paul has rebuffed her efforts to involve him more, and says he does not see his son often. Princess is asking the court for sole legal and physical custody of their child, as well as child support payments. The amount she is seeking for the payments has been redacted. The case is ongoing. Girl.
She can't work because she taking care of a baby.
That's what she said,
Girl,
girl.
That's what I put in the
I
chat.
thought she was
What's
about
that?
to.
Is she the first person to give birth on Earth? Is this what's going on here?
I'm sure she
I,
thinks so.
Oh
So she
my
oh,
probably got a
goodness.
little bit of that Leo main character syndrome like I got, girl.
Okay.
I thought she disabled or something, not because she got to take care of the baby. Get out of here with that girl.
No, and remember, Paul said like she made because I forgot what Princess did something. She was like a sports journalist or something. I need to look that up to confirm. But she made and Paul was arguing that she makes $400,000 a year. That's what he said when the last time we read. So go ahead, Libra Queen.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Um, yeah, you knew who that nigga was when you got that baby. You knew the type of nigga you was dealing with when you got that baby, but you saw dollar signs. You was trying to play the long game, and now he calling your bluff. That's crazy. He acting like a nigga supposed to act, or not only say supposed to act, but how some niggas typically act. Okay, now you trying to force him allegedly to be a father when he clearly was like, I don't know if that baby mine, and then have the nerve to be like, yeah, I'm gonna need $30,000, ma'am, ma'am. He has four other children, ma'am. You talking about you need that amount of money because you got to take care of a baby. Girl, be fucking for real. There's people out here right now, single, taking care of multiple children with multiple jobs. I need you to get one. Get on your Zoom. How you trying to be a mother and not trying to protect and provide for your child? Without the, if you could do, you should be able to say, "I'm dad by myself. I don't need your help." What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? Because you set yourself for the okey doke, not realizing he was gonna Uno reverse you. You know?
No, and she of all people, Libra Queen should not be. So I Googled her occupation. What Google tells me, Princess Santiago is a Los Angeles-based event producer, director, and entertainment professional with a background in broadcast journalism. Her career spans radio, television production, work for high-profile events such as the Oscars and Playboy Mansion events, and independent media projects. Girl, get out of here, Princess.
You want
Get
to
out.
be you want to pair like your rich friends where they got where they where they could just be at home and the money's still coming. And if you're not able to do that, that's not your lane. Stay in your financial lane. Do what you
But
need to
why
do.
would you think a man with 4 kids that don't even work in the NBA gonna have all that money? What made you think that nigga go?
Girl,
Boy, y'all need to stop being babes.
she knows so much. She got all them degrees, but clearly she wasn't
Don't
good at
know
math.
shit and still don't know
Clearly,
shit. Cause why would you
clearly,
do that?
clearly her finance. Cause talking about because he wouldn't reveal all his financial assets. Ma'am, that's none of your goddamn business because you're not
Well,
married.
then you should know that he probably ain't got none,
Right, but
girl.
even still, that's why you go to the court. But saying that you jumping out the gate saying $30,000, ma'am, where?
She might get.
If your child is at home with you, so you're not paying for daycare, you're not paying for a nanny. Your child is at home with you. Justify $30,000 a month quickly. You can't say it's for security because he's not that high profile, and neither are you. You know, if he on a titty, you know what I'm saying. You gotta feed yourself. It don't make sense. Make it make sense, and it doesn't. The dollars is not making sense. You know. And I just really yeah. She played a stupid game and won a stupid prize. God bless her.
Mhm. She
Mm.
thinks she got 30,000 monthly worth of Boomba and Rata Ta Ta Ta, honey. And
And then the fact that she tried to
Paul
play like,
Pierce,
oh, you over here
City
with
Boo
your
Boo.
romantic, you over here trying to be with your romantic interest and vacation and do that and do this, girl. You was in that circle. You know, you was
McShitty
over there,
Pants. That's
and
who
then
you
you
was gonna
decided,
procreate with.
right? You decided that you wanted to anchor in a little piece because he wasn't gonna marry you. Oh, all right.
Who
Now
wants
you
to
got
bet?
all these
McShitty Pants.
responsibilities.
Who wants to bet me she'll get over 10 a month?
you know what? I'ma listen to you, honey. No, and no shade, because
Well,
listen,
he is
The
already paying 20,000 a month for 4 children. He don't make the amount of money that she is trying to ask for. And I'm sure they're gonna factor in all 4 of the other kids. And I'm sure his total will go up to 20 or 30,000 to include the children and probably spread it amongst them. I don't think she's gonna get
I
more
would
than
say
everybody else.
I would say 15 at
damn.
least. At least.
I don't think she's
show
going
your
to get
work.
more than the 4 other children. I don't think so.
Show your works.
Maybe she'll get 10, I guess, maybe. Cause
I would say maybe I would agree with that potentially based off the fact that the baby's a newborn, but even still, the baby's not gonna be a newborn for that much longer. Like,
I,
yeah,
generally, it
well,
goes depending upon what you're getting and how your financial situation goes. It goes up. It doesn't really ever go down unless you start making substantially less.
I mean, the other
which he
kids is
does.
only getting
He's
about 5,000. So why is she going to get substantially more when he makes less than when he made them other 4 children?
Yeah, because we talked about, like, in detail. TMZ had that article about what he claimed he was, and this is why I don't understand why. Does she assume, is she maybe suggesting that he's hiding money, maybe on offshore accounts or something? Because he shared what he makes, and we went to, like, he makes this from the NBA, the show that he's on. He makes this amount from DraftKings. He made this amount from Fanatic. He got a couple of this and a couple of that, and that's how we found out about the 24,000 monthly for the 4 kids he has, and the 20,000 in alimony that he's paying one ex-wife. So yeah, it's he did show that he does, because he used to make, and he said, yeah, I used to make like over 3 something million at one time, but now he said for 2025 I made half of that. I made 1.5 million. My income has dropped drastically.
Right.
and it's gonna drop again. I guess at the end of this year because of the royalties for the show that he was on. It's gonna stop.
Yep.
So,
The
yeah, I don't think so.
anything over the suggested amount for normal, which is usually like less than 400K a year, it's up to the judge's discretion. That's why I think, it just depends on what judge he gets.
Yeah, and also I also will say I can agree with you a little bit because I do know that there's been other stories where people have been fighting to not do it in California because it benefits the primary parents if you're trying to get child support handled in California because it benefits them more. So that could be a factor because I'm assuming that that's where that's happening. Um, but ultimately, he's already I don't want to say overextended, but he's already have obligations. And from what I know about child support, when you're already on a child support situation, the money that you are expecting when you're the third and fourth and fifth child is based off of money, not including the money that he's already going to have to pay for the children that he already has support order in for. So we'll see. Again, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. God bless.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you know who you are. Go ahead and read that comment in the chat, honey. Yes, because I was like, this is exactly why. I'm gonna take your word for it.
Oh yeah, you know him. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that is that on that. And let's talk about somebody who admitted that he was a horrible husband. Exhibit. Because y'all remember he was going through a divorce. And you all see I've just shared here by way of all hip hop. Exhibit admits he was a horrible husband as 6-year divorce finally ends.
Water is wet. Okay.
Oh, well, Exhibit took a moment to get deeply personal in public. The renowned rapper closed one of the longest and most painful chapters of his personal life with a candid public message revealing that his years-long divorce is finally over. On top of that, he's taking responsibility for his role in the failed marriage. The rapper and actor announced on Facebook that he signed the final paperwork ending his divorce from Krista Joyner after what he described as a grueling 6-year legal battle. Rather than celebrating, X to the Z said he chose to spend the moment alone at his favorite steakhouse, reflecting on everything he had endured. I'm taking full accountability for being a horrible husband, but I'm not a bad man, Exhibit wrote. I've made it to a point to realize that things. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I've made it a point to realize that things are ahead of me. The things are ahead of me are brighter than the things in my past. Lord, how I got this shit written. Anyway, for those confused, Exhibit appeared to be divorced in the past, but it was really a judge declaring both parties legally single. This new statement marks Exhibit's first public comment since the divorce proceedings officially concluded. He said the experience drained him emotionally, physically, financially, but added that he emerged from the ordeal intact. I thought I was going to have a party or some type of a celebration, but I don't feel like that right now, he admitted. The split was anything but simple. Krista Joyner filed for divorce in February 2021 after roughly 6 years of marriage. The couple was reportedly together since the early 2000s and married in November 2014. They share son Gatlin and endured the heartbreaking loss of their infant son Xavier in 2008. Even though Exhibit gained his status as a single man through bifurcation, the vast financial issues remain unresolved. Krista sought increased support payments and claimed financial hardship. Now that the case has concluded, Exhibit says he has no interest in reliving the bitterness. I don't hate my ex wife, he wrote. I just understand where I'm supposed to be, and I hope that she can find the same peace that I have. He also offered encouragement to anyone facing a similar situation, saying there is light at the end of the tunnel. He acknowledged he has no desire to repeat marriage. Divorce is not fun for anyone, and I doubt I'll ever get married again. Mm-mm. Well, that is that on that, honey. Oh, we have a comment. Yeah, you're right. The comment says, "Imagine being in divorce proceedings since the pandemic." Yes, child. Oof, had to be. Y'all know what I think this is, honey. You know, Auntie Derek always got on the tinfoil hat because we don't really ever see Exhibit really making comments about himself. Baby, I think we about to find out some shit about him. I think we maybe found out that his ass beat on that girl for the language in this, honey. The What'd he say? I'm taking the full accountability for being a horrible husband, but I'm not a bad man. Who else said that? Did well? He said, "I'm not a bad man. I'm not a bad person." I made it a point. I made it to a point to realize that things are ahead of me are brighter than things in my past. What things? X to the Z. Hmm. I'm gonna keep an eye on this, honey. Look, but brace yourselves, y'all. I think we about to find out some shit. We probably about to see some video or something. Because for him to feel like this looks like I'm trying to get ahead of something. And then what he said about his ex-wife? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I don't hate my ex-wife. I just understand where I'm supposed to be and hope that she can find the same peace that I have. And then saying it's encouraging anybody in a similar situation. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Well, why was that tunnel so dark, Exhibit? Hmm. We will see. We will see. And that is that on that. Well, y'all, so this next story, this is actually a piece of information it's so apparently when it comes to Elijah Bieniemy, they looks like the family did try to take proper steps before he shot at his mama. But you all should see where I've just shared here by way of TMZ. Elijah Bieniemy called cops to complain about gun access before shooting, they report. So let's get into this. Eric and Mia Bieniemy allegedly refused to give their son Elijah access to firearms just days before he was accused of shooting his mother, with the 27-year-old reportedly calling the cops to complain about the matter. According to The Athletic, Elijah told police on July 24 his parents were withholding his weapons, explaining he needed to be able to defend himself due to his status as a certified UFC fighter. Worth noting, there does not appear to be any sign of Bieniemy actually being linked to the popular MMA organization. During the call, Elijah claimed his parents only allowed him to stay at their Virginia home if he gave up his firearms, and he would get them back when necessary. He stated that did not end up being the case, as they refused to hand them over when he attempted to go to the gun range. Two other calls were reportedly made involving the Bieniemy family leading up to the shooting, one on June 22 regarding a suspicious circumstance at their residence. The other came days later on June 26 when a college counselor requested a welfare check on Elijah. The report states officers didn't consider it an urgent matter due to Elijah's lack of access to weapons. The Kansas City Chiefs coach's son was charged with malicious wounding, use of a firearm in commission of a felony, and discharge of a firearm inside of a dwelling as a result of the July 26th incident. And his initial court date was pushed back after his public defender's request for a competency evaluation was granted. Mia, who suffered 2 gunshot wounds, has since been transferred out of the ICU as she continues to recover. Eric left Chiefs training camp in Missouri to be with his wife and has yet to return to the team. All right, so yeah, so they tried hunt this motherfucker in his mind. He's a UFC fighter and needed to protect himself and needed his guns, but the parents like, nah, bruh. And if you want to stay here, you will have no access to guns. But somehow he still ended up getting one and shooting at his damn mama. Girl. Now I'm sorry, y'all. This is gonna sound so insensitive, but lock his ass up in fucking Arkham Asylum, honey. We don't need to be among crazy like this, honey. If you can shoot at your own mama, I'm definitely not safe. So lock his ass up in Arkham Asylum and throw away the key and let him out for meals and a little bit of sunlight every now and then. But no, this is a UFC fighter and you need a gun to protect yourself. That sentence itself. Well, you can't. Damn, you so pussy. You can't even fight. Like what the fuck? I don't like this, and I don't like people using mental health to try to excuse violence and shit, especially violence towards women. No, get that shit out of here. We have a conversation. Don't expose the son to the bullshit. The son ain't do nothing wrong. Well, based off of a conversation we had earlier before we started recording, the son be making people stink. So, well, that is that on that, honey. What we got next? Ooh, so this next story, y'all. I knew there had to be an update, but the reason I knew, we talked about this person. I want to say maybe in March. I can't remember exactly when, but I clipped it and put it on social media. What happened was both on TikTok and on IG, I kept getting notifications about people liking this story. That was back from when we did it first. However, let me see. Oh, who is requesting a oh. So anyway, there were they kept liking the story, and I was like, why they keep liking this old story? There must have been an update. Sure enough, there was. So I went ahead and looked. So there was OMB Bloodbath, a rapper out in Houston, and you all should see. I have just shared here by way of all hip hop. OMB Bloodbath faces life after guilty verdict in federal murder case. Let's get into it. So, OMB Bloodbath and co-defendant Shaquille Richards were found guilty of murder in aid of racketeering. Jurors also convicted both defendants of using a firearm during the same racketeering murder. Prosecutors say Nix and Richards led Houston's 100% Third Ward gang, widely known as the 103 Gang. Investigators say the gang ordered a retaliatory drive-by against rival gang Young Scott Block back in October 2017. The shooters missed their intended target and instead killed 53-year-old bystander Sam Johnson. 4 gunmen tied to the shooting already pled guilty in the case. Jail phone calls and text messages between Nix and Richards formed the core of the case. Prosecutors also played one of Nix's own music videos, arguing it tied her directly to gang activity. Assistant U.S. Attorney Kelly Zenon Matos told jurors the case was about power and not the shooters themselves, according to Click to Houston's report on the trial. Prosecutors gained access to Nix's previously locked phones before the second trial began. A 4-year effort finally cracked the device, revealing new evidence for prosecutors to use. That fresh evidence reportedly helped sway jurors towards a conviction this time around. Assistant Attorney General A. Tyson Duva addressed the case directly, tying it to years of neighborhood violence. The gang war that these defendants engaged in plagued Houston's Third Ward community for years, Duva said. U.S. Attorney Aaron Wright added that the convictions reflect a broader commitment to prosecuting violent gang activity in Houston. This marked the second attempt to convict Nix and Richards on these charges. All Hip Hop previously reported that their first trial ended in a mistrial after a jury deadlocked. Federal prosecutors chose to retry the case rather than accept the hung jury's verdict. The 4 gunmen who carried out the shooting faced sentencing on September 2nd. Each of them could receive a life sentence for their role in Johnson's death. Nix and Richards are scheduled for sentencing on November 4th, according to a Houston Chronicle report. Ooh, child. Oh, we have a comment saying, I guess her name is fitting. Andy is indeed, honey. What I wonder what the OMB stands for. Because I remember the rapper OMB Peasy. And he, he his music was kind of violent as well. So hold on. OMB, what does OMB stand for? I don't think this is not in this context, because after Googling, Google says that it stands for Office of Management and Budget. I don't think that's it. So let me just OMB gang stand for. Let's see what that brings up. Oh, okay. So Only My Brothers. Okay. So OMB stands for Only My Brothers. Cool. Yes. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, look, if they want to use that in court, I guess clip this and use it in court. Say OMB is not a gang. We are an organization that we do corporate work, office and business management. Well, that is that on that, and the OMB Bloodbath was convicted. And they took a long time to do it. I found this because the prosecutors chose to not accept that mistrial and retried her and was able to crack that phone, and the phone was what was able to get her convicted. That is wow. Well, that is that on that. There's a rapper out of New York, y'all, very young. Well, I ain't gonna say very young, but we're around the same. I think I might be slightly older than him, maybe. But his name is Flea Lord. Flea Lord actually had a heart attack, child. And you all should see where I've just shared here. By way of all hip hop, Flea Lord beats heart attack without open heart surgery. So let's get into it. New York rap overlord Free Lord survived a heart attack and is now recovering. Doctors successfully treated the blockage without the need for open heart surgery, which he initially thought was the only remedy. Now the giving the underground artist has a new positive outlook after a frightening medical emergency. The rapper revealed the health scare in an Instagram update, telling supporters he had beat a heart attack while making it clear he is now prioritizing his health. And the post says, "Big blessings and love to everyone. Sending prayers for real is definitely needed. I was supposed to have heart surgery when I was 16. My mom's passed when I was 11, and my pops really wasn't really on it. So yeah, I never got the surgery. Here we are, 20 plus years later. I had a heart attack Sunday, thinking it was an asthma attack. Come to find out, I don't even have asthma. It's been my heart failing for years. I'm not scared, just a little nervous, but I promise I will beat this and bounce right back. I'm going through a bunch of procedures, having a bunch of tests done. I even have to get 3 teeth removed before I have open heart surgery to replace the valve. Take care of your health, please, because this was so unexpected. But the way technology is today, this surgery is light to these doctors. So I'm leaving it in the higher power hands and ready to get well and stronger than ever. Again, I want to thank everyone sending prayers and showing love because, I definitely would do the same for you without any hesitation. I got this and I'll be back in 2.5. Although there was speculation that he would require open heart surgery, Flea Lord clarified that his cardiovascular surgeon inserted a stent through his wrist to open the blocked artery. This restored healthy blood flow without the need for major surgery. Open heart surgery was discussed only as a contingency plan if the initial procedure failed. The stent placement was successful, and he posted the visuals of it on in his wrist. Also, an echocardiogram showed that there was no permanent damage to his heart, allowing him to begin recovery with standard physical therapy. Flea Lord has been mourning the loss of his father along with two close friends in a relatively short period of time. He has continued creating music despite the losses. It goes on. The Far Rockaway native recently released his latest full-length album, Everything I Never Said, featuring songs including Coinless and Floor Seats. He also joined forces with Tiana Denise for the collaborative project Mask and Glove. I'm gonna just go ahead and end it there because it talks about like the rest of his music, and I really just wanted to talk about his heart attack. Um, oh, we have a comment. That's my friend's work discovering you can do stent via arm or thigh to avoid open heart surgery. Yeah. Ow, okay. Ow. Like, I know that's the fuck right. Yeah, yes, honey. Shout out to your friend. And shout out to Flea Lord for talking about this, honey. I think this is very because you know who is really, really irresponsible when it comes to their own health is straight black men. I think he identifies as black.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna just assume he is. And I love this
Um,
story. I love he's talking about it.
yes, and also people don't connect bad health with bad teeth. Bad teeth infections can kill you, and y'all not keeping y'all teeth up is a problem. Y'all got to keep, yes, teeth as well.
Going through the wrist is a more recent procedure. It used to always be the thigh through the femoral artery, but that carried some risk of like bleeding, and then they have to put a plug in after they pull because it's a huge catheter they put in to feed the other catheters. They put what's called a cordis in, which is like a gigantic short catheter, and then they use that to thread the catheter. Oh, somebody's at the door.
Hey, Gigi and Sugar. But yes, but they pushed her aside for a male researcher to take the credit. Another example of me. Excuse me. Oh, you give me their names right now, honey, and I'll take care of the rest. I'll make sure she get her credit. Oh no, ma'am. But shout out to her for the, for even introducing that. Yeah, because for that to clearly they convinced him to get that procedure. This man needed an open heart surgery since he was 16 years old, and this procedure here was able to pretty much allow blood to flow freely again. So he did she I'm sorry, who discovered in the middle of getting it approved by the FDA. Girl, I would go beat some. When I tell you, I would get my cousins or something to go beat these motherfuckers' asses, honey. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Mm-mm. Ooh, child. Well, that is that on that. And again, shout out to Flea Lord for you bringing awareness to this, and hopefully he inspires, another person who looks like him, who's around the same age as him, to do the same and go to these doctors, get y'all damn checkups. So, and we have a comment, check your blood pressures. Absolutely. Well, that is that
Okay,
on. Oh,
I'm back. Anyway, yeah, the wrist is a much smaller artery and better to go through.
nice.
Yeah, and that's a wonderful procedure. So you don't have that. It's a lot of fear, for people, especially they putting that big catheter in your groin. It's right up by the groin where they stick you. So the wrist is a fairly new procedure. I like that.
Yep, and the way he talked about it, he just made it seem he's like, yeah, it was a real light surgery. I'm recovering. I'm good, and yeah, definitely please check on
Okay.
y'all. So I love that he added that part. Yeah, because it could, and I love the part that he added about he thought it was asthma. He was like, I don't even have asthma. So
Well, but he
yeah,
knew he had a heart problem, and the fact that when he got older, I mean, I can understand his parent didn't keep up with it, but he should have been going to a cardiologist when he got old because he knew he had a heart problem. He knew that they wanted to do surgery when he was younger, so it sounded like he didn't follow up. And not that that would maybe have stopped him from having the procedure, but it may have been done before he had the heart attack. You know,
yeah.
that's all.
Well, thank you, girl. I always love your input on medical related things. And you might have some on this too, honey. I actually was going back and forth with myself. Did I want to do this story? Because I don't want to do any story that makes Eminem look positive, but it is talking about Kurupt. So, but you remember we talked about Kurupt before, and when Daz Dillinger pretty much sounded the alarm that he was sick in the first place, but we learned that after he was at home recovering. Well, Kurupt himself actually is telling us that Eminem covered his rehab costs. And y'all see, I've just shared here this by way of Hot New Hip Hop. So this starts. Um, a private rehab stay that gave Kurupt room to recover away from public scrutiny came with an unexpected benefactor. Eminem covered the cost of treatment after learning that the West Coast veteran's alcohol addiction had escalated into seizures and a medically induced coma. People reported that Kurupt shared the story during an appearance on Sway in the Morning, explaining that Dr. Dre contacted him as he dealt with the health crisis. Rather than deliver a lecture, Dre offered encouragement from someone who understood how addiction could consume an artist's life. It was Dr. Dre that called and was just giving his support and just to let me know that we all go through things. He was just giving me that game, said Kurupt. And it was M who came to the table like, I'm going to put Kurupt with my folks, and I'm going to put some money into getting him into a rehab situation where he can sit down and enjoy himself and be out of the way. Nobody will know he's there. The help arrived after Kurupt's drinking produced frightening medical consequences. He said he suffered multiple seizures before being placed in a coma for nearly 3 weeks. The Dog Pound rapper previously disclosed that two back-to-back seizures forced him to confront his alcoholism, but his conversation with Sway revealed how serious his condition became and who stepped in once treatment was necessary. Eminem's involvement carries its own history. He nearly died from a methadone overdose in 2007 before committing to sobriety in April 2008. He marked 18 years sober in 2026 and has described recovery as a decision that saved both his life and career. I guess. But yeah, I'm
Well,
glad.
it can be true. He can be an asshole and do nice things. I mean, still doesn't absolve him of suing somebody over that damn name.
Okay.
I didn't know he had meth. I didn't know he was addicted to meth.
Well, he looked like it.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, he came from a trailer park. But at the height of his career, I didn't know he was addicted to meth.
Yeah, and I think what woke it up for me, I knew something was going on. Like I didn't know it was meth, but I knew like hard drugs. Because remember that Stan video where Devin Sawa played him, and that character, like I remember reading like that character was inspired by like him. He was writing like that was a letter to himself or some shit like that. So that just made me believe that he was talking about his own struggles with drugs and stuff. So, but yeah. Well, that's that on that. Shout out to the dog pound. Kurupt and Daz only. To hell with an Eminem. But just like Chill says, even assholes can be nice every now and then.
Cause let's wake it up. Cause all Dre did was call to give, hey, bruh, keep your head up, jack him up, and said, it's tough times. Nigga got all that money and didn't offer no help. Now that's who the real villain is. I mean, I know Eminem is extra and doing a lot, but real villain, Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been the motherfucker that offered help.
I can't prove it, but I think Dr. Dre may have seen one of my clips. Honey, y'all know which clip I'm talking about. I know she synced it. And her friends who was looking at my stories. See,
Yeah,
this is what y'all got to watch these stories y'all be looking at because you be leaving your digital footprint. But
well, honestly, now with your main character syndrome today, you actually might be right because this is a lot closer to with the girl seeing it, and if they canoodling, then there might have been a little pillow talk. Look, babe, how they find out it's me? So
okay.
it
Oh,
could
my
be you
birthday
might
is
be
it too. That's her man. Honey. I'm with my man. Cheek to cheek. Honey. Well, that is that on that. Um, oh y'all. Okay. So remember we talked previously about Tori Spelling leaving the 9021 OMG podcast. And then we read a report that it was due to what Tori initially said that she was pursuing other opportunities, but then we learned that it was possibly due to a failed friendship between Jenny and Tori because Tori feels that Jenny is not a good friend. Well, she's breaking her silence, if you will, with another one of their co-stars, Brian Austin Green. And you also see I just share here by way of TMZ. And it says Tori Spelling addresses exiting podcast with Jenny Garth amid friendship feud. So there's this clip is just a little over a minute long. So let's see what she has to say about it. And to be honest, spoiler alert, she kind of kept it really cute, really no mess, but she kept it cute. So here we go.
Will Tori ever return to the OMG pod? I don't think. Are we really going to talk about the OMG pod yet? I think we need a little time on that, right? Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time to sort of gather thoughts.
Well, I like how you phrase that. Yeah. You want to really take the time, really assess, really reflect, and then be able to speak your truth in a thoughtful way rather than being reactive.
It's tough too. Like you never want to say never. Like I try and make a point of never saying never because that is like that is just there's so much finality to that, and it's like I don't, as of right now, she's not doing the podcast, but that's just today. It could change tomorrow, who knows.
But please keep watching. Jenny and Amy are doing it. They're bringing on tons of fun hosts, so please keep watching it. 9021 OMG, amazing, iHeart, Jenny Garth, Amy Sugarman, please.
So yeah, that's that on that. She kept it cute. She said keep watching.
two messy bitches together being messy. That want to get some attention.
Wow. And we have
They
some
the two
comments.
messiest bitches from 90210.
And they try to pin it on Shannon, that Aries Queen, Shannon Doherty, may she continue to rest in peace. But no, Shannon won't miss it. She just didn't put up with nobody's shit. So and we have some comments saying if you see their vlog at the laundromat, you'll be reminded of how annoying Tori is. She does this baby act, speaks like a baby. Yeah, Tori, she kind of always annoyed
She's
me a
been a
little bit.
problem her whole life.
Now I would, because she's always been like really vocal about gay rights, so I loved her in that regard. And she had that series on VH1 that came out a few years back, and So Notorious. I did actually enjoy that. But other than that, what made
Three
me
things could be true.
yeah, what made her get on my damn nerves was that damn marriage to her and Dean. I'm like, girl, you marrying community penis. This man keeps slinging it around town, and you pretty much financing your own. Anyway, but that's straight people business.
Well, I'm sorry, but she has been a problem from the get go. She fucked off her dad. Well, the daddy didn't give her no money, but whatever she did, and he wasn't fucking with her at the end. I don't know. And because he really didn't he make that whole show so she could start her acting career. Anyways, Brian Austin Green is a messy bitch too.
Girl, wake it up.
So two messy bitches link up. Jenny Garth ain't said she ain't said a word. She ain't. She could have came out and been like, "Oh my god," blah 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 blah. No, it's these two messy bitches.
Mhm. We have a comment said Tori pretends she doesn't understand how to do laundry. Really? With your million kids? Well, speaking of kids, let's talk about let's get into some news tea, some CBS tea. We already had a little bit of CBS news tea yesterday. Let's get into some more, honey. This is regarding Stephen Colbert and his daughter. So, y'all see, I just shared this article here from The Independent. Stephen Colbert's daughter abruptly quits Bari Weiss's 60 Minutes, bitch. Oh, girl. Well, Madeline Carlisle, daughter of Stephen Colbert, has resigned from her associate producer role at CBS's 60 Minutes after nearly 4 years, according to her LinkedIn. Her departure occurs amid significant turmoil at CBS News, characterized by a series of firings and hirings under the controversial new editor-in-chief, Bari Weiss. CBS News has faced internal tensions, declining ratings, and numerous staff exits, including anchor Scott Pelley, executive producer Tanya Simon, and correspondent Cecilia Vega and Sharon Alfonsi. Her father's late night show famously concluded in May after 33 years on air. It originated in 1993 with David Letterman, who later passed the torch to Colbert in 2015. The network announced its cancellation last July, just days after Colbert criticized the network's parent company, Paramount, for reaching a $16 million settlement with President Donald Trump over accusations that its news magazine series 60 Minutes deceptively edited a 2024 interview with then Vice President Kamala Harris. Anderson Cooper also notably left 60 Minutes, with sources indicating his disillusionment over a perceived shift towards more Trump administration friendly coverage at CBS News. Girl, she
Okay, what
abruptly.
took her so long? I mean,
They were probably paying her good.
well, no, because her dad. I mean, considering that, I would at least I would have thought she left when her dad left. But okay, I mean, I didn't even know she worked for them. I'm shocked that it took that long. Well, good for her, dad. And it's Barry Weiss.
No. Berry, Barry, tomato, tomato, fuck her or him, whatever.
Yeah, well, it's a her, and yes, fuck her. And she is, and she's LGBTQIA.
Is she? Oh no, she can't sit with us.
She is.
We
She is. She's
we
the
need to
L
call
in
who we need to call
LGBT.
Sylvester or somebody because we need to get that license revoked, honey.
Yes.
Well, that is that on that, honey. I actually have some news y'all are not gonna want to hear about. I can just imagine y'all are not gonna want to hear this, and I totally get it. But Honey Boo Boo's sister, y'all remember her sister Pumpkin we talked about some time ago, and we learned that she was going to OnlyFans. Well, honey, she is most certainly on OnlyFans, baby, and she is fucking, honey. I mean, hardcore fucking. And you all should see where it says here by way
Well,
of
what
TN.
do we think she was gonna be doing?
Like what's the lady, the 85-year-old woman that we just talked about? We thought she was gonna maybe sell some merchandise or I don't know, maybe
That come on, be fucking for real, Honey Boo Boo lineage. Baby's not a looker. What
I
we
thought,
thought she was gonna be doing.
I thought she was just gonna show a little cleavage, baby. Oh, and buy us a skirt or a
She
mug
ain't
or
got
here.
nothing. She ain't got the face for that.
Ooh,
She got to put in the work, baby. She got to put in work.
baby, she said they is doing hardcore. It's the hardcore that's getting me, honey. But this starts. Pumpkin is diving into hardcore sex on her OnlyFans account, and Honey Boo Boo's sister tells TMZ there's enough dessert for seconds and thirds. Here's the deal. Pumpkin, whose real name is Lauren Effort, joined the adult content platform in March. And at the same time, she said she would start with some naughty news before going to Pound Town. And that day has finally arrived. Pumpkin tells TMZ, I really started doing hardcore because truthfully, it's another revenue of money and so many options to do and give. In one video for sale on her OnlyFans, Pumpkin is smashing her boyfriend, Darren Kitchens. The video has been available as an additional high dollar purchase for subscribers and is exactly what you'd imagine. They're banging on a bed in front of a camera. Pumpkin tells us the hardcore post costs $100 to $150, depending on how much footage is requested. And yes, there's going to be plenty more slices where that came from. Pumpkin tells TMZ she has some girl on girl content planned, which may turn into a threesome with Darren down the road. As TMZ reported, Pumpkin told us she launched her OnlyFans that she was already ranking in the dough, and she's even taken her newfound talents to the strip club. If you're into smashing pumpkins, her OnlyFans page is the place for you. Mm-mm.
I know that bedroom stank. Mm, mm, mm. Yuck.
I know it's not crazy. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. Mm-mm. And y'all spending
God bless.
150. Yeah, y'all spend. They really must want to see that shit. If somebody's going to spend $100 to $150 to see that, her and Darren, and have I mean, and then look at her and Darren as a couple. They don't look like anybody I would want
I
to watch
don't even know what
fucking.
Darren looked like. I don't know.
Well,
Hold
I'm
on.
yeah.
sure he's fat. I'm sure he's fat with a gut, and he wears
What
a
does he look like?
camouflage hat. I
Oh,
bet.
there he is. Oh my gosh.
And you're right about the
Yeah.
camouflage girl.
Either one of them. Who wants to see that?
Ew. I guess other pasty white people. I guess.
Mm-mm.
Yuck.
Ooh,
Yuck.
we have a comment saying smells like spam. I love spam. Some spam
Don't
in the
eat
head.
spam like that. We might, I mean, the way the world is going, we might have to start eating spam because all the other food is fucked up.
Well, I'm
But
gonna be good. Are y'all? Because I love Vienna sausage and spam, all that can't potted meat. I love it, but y'all was just like, mm-mm.
I hold on. Who said I don't? Stop it. I'm gonna get onto that sardines, that canned fish trend. I love it. That's old school. Let's take it back to the 80s. It was safer then.
Maybe some sardines with some mustard. Mm, Give it here.
But anyways, oh yuck! I could. But I mean, there's other people that look like them that probably are into that. Yeah, that's they speak.
Work. And we have a comment saying smells like the sun. Oh, well, that is that on that, honey. And Steve Madden. I have to say, there was a phase, baby. I had nothing but Steve Madden boots and bowling shoes in my motherfucking closet. And now I am grateful that I did so. Because when I tell you this is such a good story that I couldn't wait to talk to y'all about. But Steve Madden, he's out here speaking about HBCUs. And you also see where I've shared here, but from the Griot, Steve Madden reflects on his commitment to HBCUs and the Black culture that shaped him. So let's get into it. Steve Madden is speaking candidly about why supporting historically Black colleges and universities has become a priority for his company and about the influences that shape that commitment. Appearing on The Breakfast Club in a conversation tied to his Netflix project, the footwear mogul detailed the work his brand has done across HBCU campuses. He confirmed that his company runs programming at Howard University, including internship and fashion initiatives, and noted that Steve Madden collaborated with Clark Atlanta University a couple of years back. Um, Pressed on what drives the investment, Madden framed it as filling a gap he believes goes overlooked. He described HBCUs as an area that doesn't receive the attention it deserves, calling the institutions a wonderful thing and adding that he wishes his company could do more, a sentiment he underscored as particularly urgent given the current climate in America. The conversation also traced the roots of his relationship with Black culture. Madden said he grew up near Inwood, a community adjacent to Far Rockaway in New York, where he formed friendships that shaped him early on. I've been very influenced by Black culture in my life, he told the host, recalling those years as formative. He also spoke openly about his time in prison, describing it as another period of cultural immersion. Madden recounted a cellmate essentially taking it upon himself to introduce him to hip hop, an education he described with affection. He named early tracks that stuck with him, including Slow Motion by Juvenile and Soulja Slim, and said T.I.'s music was ubiquitous during his incarceration, particularly while working out. The host used the exchange to make a broader point about openness, noting that racism and bigotry ultimately close people off from the kind of learning Madden described. He later said he eventually met T.I. through Irv Gotti, though he has yet to meet Juvenile. For HBCUs navigating funding pressures and enrollment challenges, corporate partnerships like the ones Madden described carry real weight, offering students access to internships and industry pipelines that can be difficult to secure otherwise. Yeah, love to see it. Love to see people using their privilege for good. So, uh, go ahead, Libra Queen.
That prison statement about immersion in the culture, bitch.
Yeah, I
He
didn't
Don't
like
did
that.
try it. He
don't
tried it.
fucking play with me.
Didn't
Don't
like it
fucking play.
either.
Don't fucking play with me. Also, I'm all glad for it. Yes, I love ally, whatever you want to call himself. Cool, but I see this more as he know where his bread and butter come from. You know what I'm saying? As I'm looking at his Wikipedia, he was selling shoes out the back of his trunk. In the '90s, you know who was buying that? That was black people, and you know who's probably still buying his shoes for the most part. The majority black people, black women specifically. So cool, I'm a kudos to him and making that a priority in his company. But let's be clear, it's a priority because it is a priority. You feel me? He has no other choice to make it a priority because if he appeals to the people he be knocking off, the other brands that he be knocking off, he wouldn't be in business. Amen. Amen.
Yes, he did try with that jail comment. I didn't like that one, but everything else about this I did like. And yeah, you're right. It's all he didn't want to be like another Tommy Hilfiger who, that because I think he's still denying that rumor that he said that to this day. But there was a rumor going around that he said if he knew black people was gonna wear his clothes, he would have raised the prices.
Correct. And listen, this is how you know that rumor, even if it was a rumor, allegedly, even if it was a rumor, this is how you know that rumor got around by osmosis, by hell and high water. Because why did I, as a kid in the '90s, know that rumor, and why nobody in my community wore fucking Tommy Hilfiger? One day we had it in the '90s, '91, '92, maybe they had it on, but by goddamn '94, '95, you couldn't throw it at us. You know,
Baby,
just
before
saying.
that, my mama used to keep me Tommy down, honey. You would have thought my motherfucking name was Tommy Hilfiger as much Tommy Hilfiger I used to wear.
Well, because the way that Aaliyah was wearing Tommy, and everybody wanted to, put on their little, they little one too. Yeah. Shout out to Steve from learning. You know what I'm saying? The reading the motherfucking room. He did learn that from us. He learned to read a motherfucking room.
Well,
Kudos
and,
to him
and you
on
got to move the timeline up because Aaliyah was wearing that was her 96, 97 era, and that rumor came out somewhere around the 97, 98 pivot from wearing
Yep, because
Tommy.
I remember I was in 5th grade in '97 going into '98. Yep. Or
So
no,
I
no,
was
I was
still in high school.
96 going to '97, and yep, and that's when I went to 6th grade, that's when we went from Tommy Hilfiger to FUBU.
shout out
Well,
to
and
Fu.
see, and then the ones that it was Tommy Hilfiger, Nautica, and
Yep.
Ralph Lauren. And when I
Because they had
tell
no
you, and Timberlands, and not the not the
Love.
originals, but they had the other ones that they had some women boots that were very popular. And a preppy time. That was a good time. I love that. Them Nautica jacket, them Nautica spring jackets. Let me get my little check and go buy me a jacket. What? Yeah, I never did Tommy. I never really because it was always so extra. But what? Some Nautica, some Polo, some little Ralph Lauren. You couldn't tell me nothing. With a little bit of uh um they I think their stores closed recently. I can't even, oh God, it's escaping me. But they had it in the cars too. They were closed and the brand was in cars. Uh-huh. What'd you say?
I say where all my scamming ass niggas at.
Anyways, that was a time. That was a time. It was a time. Oh man. Good time, yeah. So
I
fuck
like the
Tommy Hilfiger.
90s.
I mean, even though he's come out and said, I never said anything like that.
But the power of black culture. Hey,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Shout out to the 90s. I'm so glad I got to experience it. For real, for real. It was a time.
time was had, yeah.
You know, the
But
kids now are the girl, they trying to wear those like tight shirts and baggy jeans again. Oh, they will never do it justice the way we did it. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
because they
Bodysuits
wear it as an
and
aesthetic.
overalls. Oof,
They wear
but
it
you
as an
couldn't tell me shit.
aesthetic, and we wore it as practicality. Fashion forward streetwear.
Mhm.
We was really outside with it, and they be inside trying to use
Ugh.
they ring cameras.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I have this picture of me. Oh my God. I posted it on Twitter, I think, at one particular time. But it was a picture of me in the middle of with my friends. We're in front of the school. I had on like this like a tight shirt and overalls. I had my pager in the pocket. Bitch, that photo's iconic. Oh, what a time. What a motherfucking time. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to get that out for y'all. A
Period.
pager,
Yeah,
my what?
we need to
The
archive that.
overalls,
Yeah.
my little hair, my little perm back then. Ooh, bitch, let me find out. I'm feeling real. Yeah, it was real iconic. If I say so myself.
Work. Well, that's that on that. And I have 3 more stories left. Well, this next story, so Angelina's brother, James Haven, so he just came out as gay.
Oh, okay. And
Okay,
I,
water is
I'm
wet.
like,
Water is wet.
Yeah.
Period. Where we
That's
going?
it. Yeah, Angelina Jolie's brother, James Haven, comes out as gay by way of TMZ, writes letter about his sexuality.
Not she using him as well. Maybe she not, but you know what? Again, water is wet. God bless.
There's something to this, honey. For him to come out this late in life, but hey,
I was
congrats.
gonna I was gonna say it's to remove the heat from the family, but he not relevant enough, for. But yeah, go ahead and read the article, Auntie.
Well, it starts James Haven, born into Hollywood royalty, has come out as gay. Months after his split from his ex wife, Romy and Belly, TMZ has learned. The exes turned close friends appeared together live on Romy's Substack to discuss how their relationship changed. And how James revealed his truth. James wrote, James, whose father is John Voight and his sister is Angelina Jolie, came out to Romy when they reconnected. On the live stream, James read a letter about his sexuality. The letter says, when I was a little boy, I was absolutely obsessed with Disney princesses. I would sneak glitter onto my cheeks, swipe mascara onto my lashes, and for those moments, I felt like magic. James said he didn't have the language back then to explain why. I just knew it made me feel more like me. He added, it was never about pretending to be someone else. It was about letting a part of myself shine that had already been there. That has always been there. James explained that as he got older, I started wondering if that sparkle was something I had to hide to be accepted by the normal boys around me. Like so many gay kids, I learned to question parts of myself long before I learned to celebrate them. James said he dimmed his light to fit in, but wishes he could tell his younger self to be himself. He explained he was tired of hiding and ready to tell the truth about who he is. James said, not because he's changed, but because he's tired of hiding. Coming out isn't about becoming someone new, it's about allowing everyone else to meet the person who has been here all along. His letter continued, I hope my family and others can choose love over fear, understanding over judgment, and connection over the beliefs that may have kept us apart. I hope they can look beyond the labels and simply see me with the same heart, the same laugh, the same soul they've always known. James said he is proud of the person he has become and grateful that I no longer feel the need to apologize for the parts of me that make me who I am. He writes, that little boy with glitter on his face and mascara on his lashes was never confused, broken, or something to be ashamed of. He was simply gay. He was simply joyful. He was brave before he even knew it. James and Rami wed in 2024 and split days later. The two are currently working on turning her book into a television show, which James plans to direct. Mm. Okay, girl.
Um, I'm glad he's finally able to come out and be himself. Hey, kudos to that.
Be who you are.
I mean,
For
he. When did they get married and then divorced? Because that's been a long time.
They got married in 2024 and they got divorced days or separated days later.
Oh, 2024. Recently he did that?
Yes, girl.
Um, I don't know what's taking so long, but
You
I
knew your
mean,
fucking
I
ass
thought
was gay in 2024 before you married that girl.
he been knowing he's gay his whole life, but I'm thinking he been in this long term ass marriage, and that I could feel the internal struggle with that took so long. But all this time you been single?
No,
Mm.
he's been closeted.
Well, I meant but single. I mean, not married. That's what I mean. Like I don't know. Maybe it's his. Maybe he had fear because I'm. You know who his daddy. I don't think his daddy going. Yeah,
I think
might
his
not.
daddy might, and that's the gag. I think there's a
Oh,
reason for him to
really,
feel like
John Boy? You
yeah, because
think
I
so?
feel like he absolutely has some reason where he felt like he had to hide this part of himself.
You
And
think John
probably got
Boy
his
is
ass beat
ready
for
for
it.
that?
He wait till his prime pass, his hairline gone to be like, you know what? Fuck.
And
I'm
this
at
actually happened
in.
to someone in my life. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to tell this, but yes, this person was married for years, um, and had come out as gay to their family. Now, this is a white person, so they deal with homophobia way different than what we do as black people, honey.
You don't say it out in public. You do that in the back
Hmm.
closet.
And he was married for a good number. I want to say like 2 decades of marriage, and yeah. So I'll tell y'all who it was after we start recording. So,
Yeah, and I could see that taking a long time to come out, and probably, especially if you have kids and things like that. But like to just be a single adult out here, just and then you get married in 2024, and then you divorce, and then you come out like 2 years after that. Okay, niggas, they just want to promote that damn movie or whatever they doing,
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
cause
They
that's
want to
what
be
that is.
Fran Drescher and her ex-husband. That's who they want to be so bad.
Cause I'm like, that timeline is not timelining. Okay, we here for a come out now. We happy that folks find a liberation, but that's kind of.
Listen, it's a recession indicator.
Wake up.
Gotta
Well,
generate some buzz to get some coin.
mhm.
That's crazy.
Well, honey. Well, let's talk about crazy, honey. Miss North Carolina, in the Miss USA pageant.
Fuck
Mm,
that bitch.
stupid. And like just like Hammy like to say, honey, we're not known for our intelligence, honey. As much as I love where I'm from and I rep it to its fullest, I can openly admit they call us the Rip Van Winkle steak for a reason. Well, you all should see I've just shared here by way of TMZ. Miss North Carolina USA stripped of her crown for alleged racist post. So let's get into it. Miss North Carolina USA 2026, Brittany Boltonhouse, has been stripped of her crown just over a month after alleged social media posts with alleged racism resurfaced. Miss USA CEO Tom Broder said Wednesday Boltonhouse agreed to step down from her role as Miss North Carolina after her conduct violated the standards of the pageant organization. Boulder wouldn't go into specifics, but he said the organization does not tolerate racism, homophobia, transphobia, nor language that strips any person of their dignity. However, the North Carolina Beat reported Bolton House allegedly wrote a bunch of racially charged social media posts using an alias, Sosa the Stallion, from 2017 to 2019. According to the news site, Bolton House repeatedly used the N word, describing herself as toxic in the post. Broder noted he arrived at the decision to dethrone Bolton House after she displayed the conduct over an extended period, and he acted on the information as soon as he received it. Broder also made it clear that Miss USA title is not a trinket, but rather a position of trust provided by his organization and accepted by a woman who upholds certain standards in public. Despite stripping her of her crown, Broder pointed out that Bolton House is still a human being who has been named, examined, and judged in public in a way most of us would not survive. Broder said Bolton House has a family and a whole life ahead of her, believing that accountability never requires cruelty or celebrating someone's downfall. He went on to say that he read Bolton's House soon to be released statement and she apologizes and take ownership and accountability for her conduct. Broder also announced that Mila Hadley will take the title of Miss North Carolina USA 2026, saying she has the organization's full confidence and our support. Mhm. Yes, go ahead, Gorgeous Moon.
Two things. Was nobody doing no investigation? Like how y'all it took that long to figure that out? Um, because there should have been a deep dive. And then what I read on the other thing, somewhere in one of her posts or something, her words were, um, it's a double standard that she can't use. I was like, bitch, a double standard? What? Like the dumbest thing I had when I saw this, I said, did this bitch say it's a double standard because she can't use the word?
That's
You know what? You motherfuckers, Woo, she better be glad she's somewhere else, cause yeah, I'd snatch her ass up right by her hair, bitch. You let me show you a double standard, bitch. The fuck
child.
you talking about? A double standard? Did your people go through the slavery, ma'am? Double standard. The fuck
But
is
Mike,
wrong with you?
this is what I be telling people, right? I be telling the others in the pop community, right? Okay, I know we got the sauce over here. I know it. I know it. I know it. You know, we put in a lot of time, labor, and work and effort to make the sauce saucy over here, right? And within our culture, that got popularized and out everywhere. It left its intended audience. But why won't you do the same? Right? Y'all got your words, reclaim them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it on a recorded line, but y'all got your words. You know what I'm saying? Make something shake. But no, it don't flow off the tongue as good as ours, allegedly. Um, and yeah, keep that shit over there. Keep that shit on the playground for you your ass beat. Yeah.
Hello. And this is one of the tweets they're referring to. Looked like she was quoting a song lyric, and this was back in February. It looks like, or maybe, I don't know, or is this that British where they put the day first? So this might be October of 2017. It was in 2017, nonetheless. And it says, "Your girl don't like me, but your nigga does." So that was one of the things that they're
I'm pretty
referring.
sure that's American date time. So
Okay, okay.
February 10th, 2017. And here's how you know that she really wasn't prepared for this. Because girl, who is your manager and why they didn't clean up your Twitter? Quickly. Answer quickly.
Hmm. Oh, we have a comment saying, "Oh my gosh, she said that in public." Yes, girl. She sure did. Well, Now another girl gonna take her dream. And if I'm not mistaken, I think a friend of mine, I don't want to misspeak this way, but I think she is officially Miss Virginia USA. I'm gonna do some more research, but I think she is. That's why I don't want to say her name until I know for sure. So but yeah, congratulations on the girls. I know that shit ain't hard. And to have this shit taken away just because your ass can't watch what you say and you ain't got a team smart enough to clean up your shit. Well, that is that on that. And the last story that I have for us today, y'all. When I tell y'all I am super, super, super exciting, it's excited for this, honey. You see, I can't even get the shit out because I'm so excited about it. But I'm sure y'all know Chris Hansen, right? The iconic Chris Hansen, host of To Catch a Predator. And remember that show is, baby, that show is a cultural damn staple, really. Girl, they making a whole movie about it. And guess who they got to play Chris Hansen? Motherfucking Robert Pattinson, bitch. And you all should see, I have just shared here by way of TMZ, Robert Pattinson goes full Chris Hansen in new primetime trailer. Girl, baby, let's watch this trailer. I can't when I tell you my body is ready, I mean, and it look from what I see, it looks like Robert Pattinson is about to do his thing.
Come on in.
Are you sure your parents aren't home?
I'm sure.
Big night planned.
Who are you?
You should have a seat right there. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet teens online. You see how this looks, right?
I don't really like your show, but America loves it. So I need to move you to Catch a Predator, 9 p.m. prime time.
Gonna be bigger than Lost.
My name is Dan Plum.
Do you know what you're auditioning for?
So you are playing a 13-year-old?
Is there time for a rehearsal?
We're gonna shoot the rehearsal.
Come in.
They're gonna love this.
Predator has never earned the recognition it deserves. I want something that matters. No more bottom feeders. I want a whale.
Don't you ever just want to bleed them?
Maybe what I do is a little worse.
This could be our greatest segment yet.
Barbara?
We're going to Hill. We don't do that. They come to us.
I don't understand what I'm doing here.
What you're doing is more than acting. You're cleansing the world of an ancient evil.
Let's catch us a predator. Who gave you permission to do this?
You have no plan.
I had to put him on television.
You're gonna be so proud of me.
I don't want to be a bad person. Your definition of bad and my definition of bad are vastly different. What would have happened if I wasn't here?
Bitch, bitch. So go ahead, Libra Queen.
Okay, so quickly, Happy's comment was, can they hire American actor to do his part? Though, start hiring American actors for American movies. Absolutely agree. Also, who did that editing? Because what was going on? It's so much. They trying to dramatize it and make it, 90s, 2000s, and it's just doing a lot. I'm not going to the theater to go see it, but if they put it on a little streaming platform, I might, turn it on in the background. Probably not though. Also, Robert P. He's an actor. He's been acting well in this last year that let us, kind of forget that he was in that vampire movie. You know the one I'm talking about, sparkling and shit. But I just don't see it for him being this character. Like it's not convincing me, unfortunately. But yeah, they're making it. They're like it's over dramatized where it makes like it seems like they're trying to make light fun of it to me, versus you know airing out the fact that how serious it was. But this is just from the trailer. This is my response from the trailer. So I hope that that the actual film itself reads and come across the screen as more serious and highlights the seriousness of what actually happened versus this little clip of it basically over dramatization of what we know to be Catch a Predator. God bless everybody.
Um,
We also
I
have
did
another
not.
common thing due to Robert P.
Oh, don't nobody like him? I don't care. I mean, whatever. I mean, I guess there could have been another white guy to play him besides an English actor, but I mean, I guess Robert gotta eat too, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mind. I personally don't mind Robert. I mean, I like just like Quinn said, he's done some good work in the past couple. And what I really like about him is that he was super kind to FKA Twigs after she left that abuser. So
Didn't he date her for a brief minute?
mhm.
Um, my other thing is, I don't remember. I looked it up because I was like, wait a minute. Um, and I didn't realize that Buddy went to jail for, well, I don't know if he stayed that long, but he got in trouble for larceny and writing about a bad check for $13,000. Also, are they insinuating that they pulled somebody out of jail to play a character in the show?
That's what I got from the preview to play a young person.
I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Now that it piqued my interest, like, so what are they trying to say? Were they trying to say it was hoaxed or? But that was a good time, boy. Boy, you mean we got a runner?
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna get
I
time.
I also would like to know if Chris Hansen or his camp, endorses the film. And also, I do agree with Happy. Like, I know people individually may not care about the fact that he's not American, but I do agree from the sense of the industry, more so the American actors and actresses, that are looking for work, and especially in economy, in this economy. um I do agree with that for something that it was based in the United States, right? It's not an international thing. It was based in the United States. That the priority should have been to cast someone American. No shade, but I would also like to know if Chris Hansen and his camp endorsed the film.
It doesn't say so in this article. It is saying that it's hitting, so it will be in theaters on September 25th. Looking to see, do they have, and it doesn't. Let me see.
I also want to know how many screens they're going to get, because I don't think they're going to get that many screens.
Is Chris Hansen involved with Primetime? No, Chris Hansen is not directly involved with the production of the 2026 film Primetime, but the movie is based on his life and career. So to answer your question,
I
no, he
hope
is
they,
not.
I hope they paid him, cause how you gonna be talking about my life and career and I don't get no cut of the cheese, and I'm up here writing bad checks in 2019, bitch. I need the money.
Look like
Interesting.
kind of featuring like behind the scenes how he acts. I wonder if that's how he acts. And like, where did they get this information from? Is it dramatization? You know how he's acting like a prima donna behind the scenes. You know.
Good question. Well, thank you all for. So it sounds like I'm probably going to be the only one maybe seeing this in the theater, and you will all maybe if it hits a streaming service, you might watch it with commercials, if that.
Right. Happy said someone who works in media, maybe his studio paid him late, like they often did.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I have something fun to mention about. Well, no, not fun. Not fun, actually.
it's not fun. Mm.
No, but it is about Chris Hansen.
Oh wow.
Girl.
Also, Robert is not aging well. No shade.
Ooh. So, Auntie, did I ever text you when Chris Hansen exposed one of my high school teachers?
I think I do remember you telling me something about that.
Yes. So it just recently happened because he has his show on like the YouTube and he got the paid version or whatever. But yeah, he exposed one of my high school teachers like 2 months ago. It was a big thing. It was like, oh
Oh,
my goodness, because the dude
recently.
was like all up and through Baltimore City, and yeah, got exposed and everything. They caught him in a park. They surrounded his car. They recorded everything. It was crazy. It was crazy. So again, not so nice, but it was just more like, what? Like, damn, I didn't know we was getting down like that.
Ooh, child. Well, honey, and honestly, thank you for doing the work, Chris Hansen. Keep exposing these predators, especially the ones with high positions like doctors and judges and shit, teachers, and the people who have so much access to children, honey, who need to be far away from them, while everybody focusing on drag queens and trans people.
Okay. There was this. I told y'all about that one show that used to be on. That was one of my favorites because they had a whole little like ranch or house where they set it up. The workers would pose as children, boy, and they would get them people. Now that was something I would definitely still watch, but I don't think they're coming back. But I think the woman is still doing the work, just not on TV anymore.
Oh, well, y'all, that was actually all the tea that I have for us today. Normally, I would ask my crew, what tea that they want to share with the group, but unfortunately, I have to immediately go to a creators meeting today after the recording. However, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with a bitch. And we will be back tomorrow starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another live show if you can make it. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederek.com and hit that big green subscribe button at the top left and join our free mailing list. And until tomorrow, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.